Hello students, we are studying the chapter cell, its structure and functions. So to study the cell organelles in an easier way, we can study them with the help of the activities. So here let us start the studying of the cell organelles. First let us take the organelle cell membrane. To study the cell membrane in an easier way, we can do an activity. So in this activity, what we do is we take one rheolith and tear it at once with one stroke, and then when you observe it against the light, you can see the cells inside this rheolith. So what we do now is we take a small piece of the rheolith peel with light colored transparent portion and then put it on the slide, then add 1 or 2 drops of the water to it, cover it with the cover slip, and when we observe this slide under the microscope and when we draw the diagram, we get the picture like this. Then what we do is we take one more piece of the rheolith and then we put it on the slide, then add 1 or 2 drops of the dilute salt solution on this rheolith peel, then put it aside for 5 to 10 minutes. Then when we observe the second slide of the rheolith peel on which we have added salt solution and we draw the diagram, we get the picture like this. When we compare both these pictures, we can clearly see the difference between the first and the second. In the second picture, when we observe, we can see the cytoplasm getting shrunken, and you can see the outer covering, outer layer. This is the cell membrane. Earlier cell membrane was present attached to the cell wall like this, but when we have added salt solution, cell membrane got separated from the cell wall and the cytoplasm got shrunken. Why did this happen? Because when we have added salt solution to the cells here, the water present inside the cell got out, thereby the cytoplasm got shrunken. So here cell membrane can also be called as plasma membrane, and this cell membrane can be studied in detail with the help of the electron microscope. So let us study more details about the cell membrane. Okay students, with the help of this activity, we were able to understand that when salt solution was added to the rheolith cells, the cytoplasm present inside them got shrunken along with the cell membrane. With this we can say that cell membrane is very flexible membrane, and this cell membrane is actually made up of lipids and proteins. As we can clearly see here, the cell membrane is the outer layer of the cell, and this cell membrane actually separates the cytoplasm present inside the cell from the outside environment, and this cell membrane is also known as plasma membrane. This cell membrane actually defines the shape and size of the cells, and this cell membrane, it actually protects the cytoplasm from the outside environment. When we compare the inside environment of the cell with the outside environment, the inside environment of the cell is actually made up of specific substances which actually maintain the balance inside the cell, and this balance is actually maintained with the help of the cell membrane, and this cell membrane will not allow the entry and exit of every substance. It allows only certain substances which are needed inside, or whatever substance is not required inside will be sent out through the cell membrane. That means the cell membrane is very selective in the substances which enter or exit the cell. So we can call this cell membrane as selectively permeable membrane. This nature of the cell membrane, that is the selective nature of the cell membrane, is actually helping in the controlling of the substances which enter into the cell and which exit the cell. That is, the exchange of the substances between the cell and the external environment is maintained with the help of the cell membrane. So, cell membrane is also called plasma membrane. It is the outer covering of any cell. It is made up of proteins and lipids. It is selectively permeable. It maintains the balance of the cell. So, it is the main layer which actually protects the cytoplasm and the cell from the external environment. So, the next topic in our lesson, cell, its structure and functions, is cell wall. Earlier we have studied about cell membrane. Now let us study and understand about the cell wall. So, cell wall is a unique feature present in the plant cells. In the animal cells we have seen that the outer layer was cell membrane, but in the case of the plant cells there is an extra layer outside the cell membrane, that is the cell wall. When you draw the diagram of a cell, you can clearly see, imagine this is the cell. So, this is going to be the cell membrane, outer covering. Above this we have got one more layer in the plant cells, that is the cell wall. So, cell wall is seen in plant cells and also it is found in the bacterial cells. So, cell wall is made up of cellulose mainly, and the major difference between the plant and the animal cells is the presence of the cell wall in the case of the plant cells. And this cell wall is very tough and it is giving the strength to the plant cells. It is tough, rigid, and it is porous, but it is flexible. Here you can clearly see the cell wall is rigid, tough, it is thicker, and it has got pores, it is porous. Initially, cell wall was thought to be functionless, it was thought to be inactive, but now it is known that it is very significant part of the cell. It plays a very important role in exchange of the information between the other cells. Now here I have drawn the plant cells for you. These are all the adjacent cells. So during the growth and development, the exchange of the information between the cells is taking place with the help of the cell wall. So cell wall is playing an important role in exchange of the information with the other cells. Apart from this, cell wall is playing a very important role in the case of the pressure. For example, when you talk about the cell here, imagine this is the cell. So it is, what actually is happening is, inside the cell we know that cell sap is there. Now cell sap keeps on exerting the outward pressure. To resist this, cell wall resists this with the inward pressure. Cell sap is exerting the outward pressure. So cell wall is exerting the pressure in the opposite direction. So it is resisting the pressure exerted by the cell sap on the walls. So cell wall is exerting the opposite pressure, that is, it is resisting the pressure exerted by the cell sap. And we know that the cell membrane is selectively permeable membrane. It allows certain substances to enter into the cell or exit out of the cell to maintain the balance inside the cell. Whereas cell wall is not like semi-permeable membrane. It is generally, it will allow the substances to get in or get out. But this cell wall is playing very important role in resisting the pressures exerted from outside, from the external medium, from outside medium. That is, here we have got the pressures, and these pressures are actually resisted with the help of the cell wall. So like this cell wall is helping the plant to resist the greater changes outside the cell, and the cell wall is giving rigidity, strength, supportive strength to the cells. Like this, the major difference between the plant and the animal cell is the presence of cell wall in the case of the plant cells, and plasma membrane is a live structure, whereas cell wall is a dead structure. So further we are going to talk about the cell membrane in the plasma membrane chapter.